Beginning, the warning. No one visited the outer ring of the Varelian Empire willingly. Yet there I was, Elias Ward, human linguist, cultural researcher, and occasional idiot, standing at the docking bay of the Royal Varelian Station, clutching a datapad so tight it might have cracked. All because someone at the Interstellar Alliance thought a neutral, calm, non-threatening human specialist should be the one to deliver the treaty revisions to the Varelian rulers. When the shuttle doors hissed open, the first thing I saw was a wall of armor. Royal guards, towering Varelians with silver eyes and silver blade staffs. The second thing I saw was the man stepping between them. Royal Advisor Dravik. Tall. Terrifying. Expression carved from stone. His gaze dropped to me, unimpressed. "You are the human envoy," he said. "Not a question. A judgment." "Elias Ward," I managed. "Cultural liaison. I know who you are." He stepped closer. "Listen to me, human. You came here for one purpose. Deliver the treaty. And then you leave. Understood? And one more thing." His voice dropped like a threat. "Stay away from the princess." That startled me. The princess? I wasn't planning to. "Good," he snapped. He leaned in just enough that I felt his breath, cold, sharp, and faintly metallic. "She is not for you. She is not for anyone. Keep your distance." I raised both hands. "Trust me, advisor, last thing I want is to create diplomatic issues by." Too late. All the guards suddenly bowed. A soft music tone shimmered like starlight across the hall. And she entered. Princess Araya of the Varelian Empire. Her presence shifted the air itself. Glowing teal markings pulsed gently across her pale skin. Her midnight hair shimmered like liquid shadow. She moved not like a person but like something celestial, her steps quiet and fluid. Her eyes, bright, luminous sapphire, met mine. And something flickered there. Curiosity. Recognition. Interest. I felt the warning in Dravik's glare before he even spoke. I looked away quickly, but the princess did not. Instead, she walked straight toward us, straight toward me. The guards stiffened. Dravik bowed. "Your Highness, we await your..." She ignored him. Stopped in front of me. Tilted her head with a strange softness. "You are the human," she said quietly. Yes. Elias Ward. Envoy from Earth." Her eyes lingered on mine so intently that I felt heat crawl up my neck. "You have a gentle aura," she whispered. "Different from the others." Dravik coughed sharply. "Your Highness, we must go. You have royal duties." She lifted a hand. Silence fell instantly. Then she said something that made every guard tense. "I want him escorted to my private wing." Dravik froze. "Princess, no. Absolutely not." She glanced at him, and somehow the temperature in the room dropped. It was not a request. The guards obeyed. And Dravik's face went pale with fury. As I followed the guards toward her wing, I heard him hiss under his breath. "This human will bring ruin." Middle, the whispered words. The princess's private wing was nothing like the cold metallic halls of the station. It was warm, filled with hovering lights that drifted like miniature suns and plants that glowed different colors in response to nearby movement. Princess Araya stood near the center of her chamber, her back turned to me as she brushed her fingers over one of the floating orbs. It rippled with blue light beneath her touch. "Do you know," she said softly, "why they fear me speaking to outsiders?" I swallowed. "I assume it's because you're important." She turned to me. "No, Elias Ward. It is because I am different." Her eyes glowed brighter, markings along her arms shimmering. "I was born with a rare bond sense. I feel emotions more deeply. I see intentions clearly. I hear truths before they are spoken." She stepped closer. "And when I look at you, Human. She reached out, her fingers just inches from my cheek. I sense no malice. No political ambition. No hidden dagger. I stepped back slightly, confused. Princess, I assure you, I'm only here to deliver documents. That is what they tell you. She gave a soft, almost sad smile. But I sense something else. A path. A thread connecting us. I don't think that's possible. Humans and Varelians, we're too different. She shook her head. Difference creates balance. Balance creates connection. Her fingers brushed my wrist lightly, sending a warm pulse up my arm. I inhaled sharply. You feel it, she whispered. I don't know what I feel. You do. Her voice lowered. And that is why they fear you. I stepped back again. Princess Araya. I don't want to cause trouble. You already have, she murmured. Before I could respond, the chamber doors crashed open. Advisor Dravik stormed in, guards behind him. He glared at me like he wanted to tear me apart. Human, he growled, you were given strict orders. Princess Araya stepped between us, her body glowing faintly as she activated a defensive aura. You will not threaten him. He is a danger to the Empire. He is a guest. Dravik's eyes narrowed. A guest you shouldn't be alone with. Araya lifted her chin, her voice quiet but sharp as a blade. This is my wing. My domain. And you forget your place, Dravik. He bowed, tense. Your Highness, if you continue speaking with this human, it will invite war. Or worse, attachment. She went completely still. Leave, she commanded. Dravik hesitated, then obeyed, but not without burning a final warning into me with his eyes. When the doors sealed again, the princess exhaled slowly. I apologize, she said. My people are protective. No kidding. She laughed, a soft, musical sound that echoed strangely in my chest. You do not fear me, she noted. Should I? If you valued your political standing, yes. If you cared for human Varelian diplomacy, yes. She stepped closer again. But you only care about the truth. And what's the truth? I asked quietly. That I feel something for you. My breath caught. Princess. No titles. She reached for my hand gently. My name is Araya. Ara, Princess, this is dangerous. Everything worth feeling is dangerous. Her markings glowed brighter. My entire life, I have been surrounded by coldness. Advisors. Warriors. Diplomats. People who speak to my title, not to me. Her fingers tightened around mine. But you see me. My heart thudded painfully. Araya, I can't. You can. She leaned close enough that her breath brushed my neck. Love me, human, she whispered. And my world stopped. The escape and consequences. Before I could respond, a violent alarm blared. Red warning lights filled the chamber. Araya stiffened, markings flashing. What's happening? I yelled. They activated a containment order, she said. Someone reported you as a threat. Who would do that? Dravik, she hissed. He means to separate us. The doors sealed with heavy locks. Araya grabbed my hand. We must leave. Leave. Leave where? This is your palace. Not anymore. With one swift motion, she pressed her palm to the wall, sending a shock of energy into the structure. A hidden panel opened a narrow tunnel behind the chamber. Guards began pounding on the sealed door. Araya, wait, how do you know this tunnel? She gave me a grin far too mischievous for royalty. Princesses get bored. I explore. We ducked into the tunnel, running as the alarms blared behind us. Where are we going? I shouted over the noise. To the docking bay. I will not let them imprison you. Araya, you'll be labeled a traitor. I do not care. Her hand tightened around mine again. They cannot command who I choose. My breath caught. Choose for what? She looked back at me with a softness so fierce it hurt. You, Elias. My chest tightened. Not fear. Something else. Something terrifyingly warm. We reached the docking bay, massive, bright, filled with ships in sleek crescent shapes. Alarms shrieked through the station. Guards swarmed the upper walkways. Princess, one shouted. Stop. Araya activated her aura again, shimmering blue energy swirling around her. The guards flinched back. Get in, she ordered, pointing to a small two-pilot cruiser. I hesitated for half a second. She grabbed my face gently, forcing my eyes to hers. I will not ask again. I climbed inside. She followed, sealing the cockpit behind us. As the ship detached, Dravik's furious face appeared on the comm screen. Princess Araya, this is treason. No, she said calmly. This is freedom. The engines roared. And we vanished into the stars. Ending the choice. Hours later, our stolen cruiser floated through a quiet stretch of space near the outer nebulae. No alarms. No tracking signals. Just silence and stars. Araya sat across from me, watching the galaxies drift by. They will come after us, I said quietly. Yes. You'll lose your throne. I never wanted a throne. You'll lose your people. Only the ones who fear change. I rubbed my face. Araya, why me? We barely met. Her expression softened. You think connection requires years? She shook her head. My bond sense has guided Varelian rulers for centuries. We feel truth faster than others speak it. She reached for my hand again. And the truth, Elias Ward, is that your soul was warm the moment I saw you. That sounds impossible. Love always does. My heart stumbled. Araya. I don't want to ruin your life. You saved it. I frowned. How? By giving me something no palace ever offered. She leaned closer, voice soft. Choice. Freedom. A future that belongs to me, not to the Empire. Her forehead rested gently against mine. I warned myself. The advisors warned me. The entire Empire warned me. Her breath trembled. But when you looked at me, I knew. Knew what? A tear, shimmering like liquid starfire, slid down her cheek. That I wanted you. My throat tightened. Araya. She pulled me into a soft, warm embrace, nothing royal, nothing formal. Just real. Human and Varelian. Two worlds that should never touch. And yet. Her voice trembled against my ear. Love me, human. I closed my eyes. And I did. Epilogue, despite all warnings. Weeks passed. The galaxy searched for the runaway princess, but the nebula clouds shielded us. Our cruiser became a home, small, warm, filled with laughter and stolen moments. Araya loved exploring human foods. I loved the way she said my name. We planned to negotiate peace in our own terms, two outsiders chasing something bigger than politics. One evening, while we floated near a pink-lit nebula drift, she rested beside me, her head on my shoulder. Elias, she murmured, do you regret leaving with me? Not for a second. She smiled softly. They warned you about me. They warned you about me. And yet, here we are. She took my hand, tracing the lines of my palm with glowing fingertips. I will protect you, she whispered. Even from my own people. Even from the galaxy itself. I'll protect you too, I said. Her kiss was gentle. Her markings glowed brighter. And in the quiet hum of the drifting cruiser, she whispered again. Despite every warning, I chose you. And I held her close, knowing I'd choose her again every time. The galaxy was vast. But somehow, we had found each other in it.